Yes, first I just wanted to say that that study that I put on the record for you, that is the newest full study on the species Tmolus mazama, which is the western pocket gopher. So I just wanted to put that out there. But also, my other question kind of goes back to what Carl J. was referring to. The reasonable use permit. I mean, I got lots of friends out here at Summit Lake. I grew up out by the Reds, so I got lots of friends at Lake St. Clair. And almost all of them exist within a buffer, making them a legal, non-conforming structure. Now, you're talking about how these people are going to be able to use reasonable use permits to, build on their investment property or rebuild their house if their house burns down. But I'm reading from your information packet here. It says, applicants must demonstrate that no other reasonable use can occur without impacting the buffers. Now, this kind of implies that, people will go down to our friendly planning department counter, and, the thing is that the way this is worded is that the burden of proof is not on the county to say, oh, well, there is no other use. This gentleman would have to go down there and demonstrate that with another stack of paper. So, I mean, and fees. I mean, is there, do you foresee that there will be a way that the burden could shift it from being on the property owner to the planning department?
I read that a little differently than you do. I read that as the burden is on the county and the property owner to figure this out together. And I think that you'll find we're willing and able and ready to help you figure this out. You have to have reasonable use of your property.
That's the bad word.
We cannot keep you from using your property.
$15,000.
I mean, I don't see this gentleman's experience as being, I wouldn't characterize it as reasonable. I mean, maybe there's something I don't know.
The negotiation is money, sounds like.
I don't see it that way, but
That's what's going on here.
Do you have a recommendation for him here? A recommendation?
to keep working with the county. I mean, it
The
sounds like
planning
the county.
department doesn't seem to be reasonable.
It sounds like the county was making some suggestions to him. Doesn't sound like they seem reasonable to him. And I think until the county actually comes out and walks your piece of property with you, you probably won't be able to figure this out.
Once you've spent $12,000.
The fees are the fees. That's.
But why can't there be a limit to how much you can jack up the fees for a certain size property? Because if you keep multiplying it, and then you say, well, gee, you really can't do it after all, well, you should have half your fees returned to you instead of being stuck with, hey, I got $20,000 and you can't do anything unless you hire a big gun lawyer, and who can afford a big gun lawyer? But those that can afford it, get away with it. Because
Did you have another question?
they do.
Well, comment was made, we're talking 18 to 24 months down the road to get a permit, to have all the assessments and analyzation. By that time, this new paperwork's going to be in effect. And the lady at the county says, well, you know something, we're looking for a 120-foot setback. And I personally took that as a threat. Because she's telling me, you've got a 50-foot setback minimum right now. And I said, you know something, I got a building on that piece of property that's built in 1902. And you're going to tell me I can't use that footprint? She says, you got a minimum 50-foot setback, which I could probably deal with. But she basically threatened me with, well, you could be looking at a 120-foot setback in the near future. It's like, hello, I just well sell the damn thing because it's not worth anything to me. Because I can't afford to do anything.
So I'm going to check on this current format thing. I've never heard that before, so we're going to check on that. But, and I'm sorry I can't be more conversant on individual cases, but you guys are sort of getting me one of the reasons more individual cases. And I'm not a permit building official, so I'm feeling very out of my element to respond to individual cases. So okay, one more.